Up next is Johnny English Reborn, a sequel that attempts to answer the question, really? Did I miss something?
Adults tasked with picking a film to see with their aunt in the wake of that embarrassing Black Swan incident will be happy to see the arrival of this film, the sequel to 2003's Hello, Governor!
This time, Rowan Atkinson's James Bond by way of Benny Hill is called out of retirement at a monastery in Asia to save the world from an international group of assassins bent on world chaos. So I guess that shoplifted 40-ounce in Echo Park will have to go unanswered.
This movie looks harmless. It should open very well in your hometown, if you live in rural England.
Yeah. You know, as a semi-professional asshole, I must declare that I simply can't handle humor this good-natured. Anonymous. Oh, great! That one bitter asshole on every message board who rants about everything is getting his own movie.
No.
Thanks, Hollywood!
No, Paul. This is a story of Shakespeare directed by Roland Emmerich, so that leaves one question. What cataclysmic event will destroy 16th century London?
Anonymous suggests that Shakespeare's works were sort of a politically motivated TMZ of 15th century England, written by an incestuous lover of Queen Elizabeth on the eve of rebellion in the wake of her succession. Personally, that just sounds like a really hard place to get a good day's writing done.
There have long been rumors surrounding the great works of William Shakespeare, least of which was the prevailing notion that no one single man could have written so many great literary masterpieces. And that makes sense, right? I mean, really, no one guy could write all that stuff. So, here's a movie that attempts to uncover who actually wrote the great works of William Shakespeare. Turns out, it's a different one guy.
In Time is the new sci-fi action thriller starring Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried as a couple on the run in a utopian future where all people are pretty and stop aging at 25.
That sounds like the vision of America that Hollywood presents in every movie.
Except in this alternative future, the more money you have, the longer you live.
I thought you said this was science fiction.
It is. All right. Let me back up.
That'll cost you $1.
Okay, in the future presented here, people have actual clocks in their arms that count down the days until they die.
Counting down the days until Justin Timberlake dies. That's a premise I can get behind.
Okay, in this future, time is an actual currency, so when Timberlake's character is found in possession of centuries worth of youth belonging to a dead man, a bunch of Matrixy guys show up and muscle him and Amanda Seyfried around.
What will these 2 hours of my life cost?
$13. Like crazy. Let's see. Boy meets girl. Girl overstays her visa. Girl gets deported. Boy visits girl. Girl can't visit boy. Boy and girl mope around for the rest of the movie. So it's gotta be an indie film.
Okay, here's what the entire film's conflict is based on.
Jacob, I'm gonna stay.
You can't do that.
Why?
Your visa. Okay.
What's going to happen? You will be placed on the plane immediately and returned back to the UK.
Clearly there was an easy out for the Brit girl. Just leave on time and come back with a new visa. Yet, she doesn't do this for some reason. Is that because A, Brit girl is too in love with US boy to care that she'll be deported? B, Brit girl conveniently forgets it's been 235 years since she and US boy lived under the same flag? C, Brit girl is as dumb as the boat she rode in on? Or D, everyone who made this film wants us all to overlook the obvious?
And just like the major motion picture Going the Distance, major? Here's a film that has a storyline where the two lead characters could easily solve everything if they just moved to the one place they both could live. Canada!
Like Crazy is this fall's entry in the depressed teens in love genre, adapted from my book, Boo Fucking Who, Get Over It, You're 20. The film stars Anton Yelchin and Felicity Jones as kids melancholy at love's complexities.
Hey, kids, you're sad, depressed? Let me give you a professional diagnosis. It's this melancholy music that you're packing your soundtracks with. Listen to yourself.
Good for you to talk.
Wise men.
I wanted to know how my new junior editor was doing.
Only fools
That version of Can't Help Falling in Love with You could make Morrissey want to go join Yo Gabba Gabba.
Nick, Nora, Juno, take a little advice from this movie guy. Check out the album Sports by Huey Lewis and the News, or check out how this makes you feel. See? So much harder to load that gun and put it in your mouth. Am I right?